All right, so I'm joined by former Whitman Hanson star and current Babson budding star, Mike Cook. Mike, thanks for coming on and talking to me today. I'm excited.
Yeah, thanks for having me, John.
So I
Appreciate
got
it.
pulled up. I got pulled up your stats right here from Whitman Hanson. So I went to Plymouth North. So we,
Yep,
without knowing, probably played each other 6 or 7 times during high school, and
definitely.
your numbers looked a lot different than my numbers. Let's just say that. So 22 games played, 364 average, 488 on base, 24 hits, 14 RBIs, like very good high school stats. So coming out of Whitman Hanson, was it between a couple schools or was Babson the place?
Well, I was actually for the majority of the summer getting recruited by a lot of the small Division I schools, kind of Northeast schools. UMass Amherst, Monmouth, couple Ivy Leagues checked in, Holy Cross, but Babson stayed on me the entire time. Coach Ginsberg was like always checking in with me. I took a liking to the program. It was kind of between them and Tufts in the end, but Babson, just the program, the rise they've had as of late, kind of getting up into the upper half of the rankings, like top 10 nationally. So I definitely saw that as a great fit, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do either. And business seemed like I could make a lot of money after college, so it was a perfect fit.
So I definitely we're happy to have you. Don't mind my dad taking pictures of me in the back. We're happy to have you. So I first have the home run from the other day at Coast Guard, which was your first home run of the year.
Yep.
So we're gonna take a look at that. This was a pinch hit home run in the ninth. So we're gonna see here the dude before you. I'm not sure who's hitting here, but he hits a single. So you're on deck here when Coach Noon tells you, all right, Mike, grab a bat. You're gonna be pinch hitting. Do you have steps that you like to take to get ready? Are there things that you do in preparation, or are you just always ready to go throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, we like to stay ready. I usually take a jog when I know I'm about to hit, especially because I've been DHing this season a little bit, so just to stay warm with that. But he actually called my name like pretty abruptly right before this at bat, so I didn't have much time to get ready, and I actually wiped out trying to get all my stuff in order to get my elbow guard, grab the bat because the dugout was pretty slick and the concrete, my cleat just took off on it, but I mean, we stay warm. It was cold that day, right on the water. It was like 43 degrees, 45 degrees. So my hands were pretty cold getting up there. But once I started swinging the bat on deck, warmed up pretty quick and was ready to go.
So I actually think I heard the story about you. You must have been just rushing around the dugout, just like
Yeah.
kind of frantically.
Oh, yeah, because I wasn't expecting to get called in, especially it being the ninth thing. I know we had the lead, and I was ready to go, but it was just so late that I figured like maybe next game I'll get him because he told me through Timmy that to get ready for the next game because I'd be starting at DH. So I just figured like get ready for the next game, like clean slate. But I got called in, got warm, and the only thing I usually like to do, I'm not a big like get a million swings before I go in. I just like to get the timing down because the mechanics are easy, they come naturally. I don't need to work on that before I go up, but the timing, getting the pitcher's velo down is off speed. That's always been the biggest thing. So just being ready for that and looking at a couple of pitches before I get up for the pinch hit.
When you are talking about timing, is that more the on deck, or is that throughout the game? You're kind of like keeping up with the pitchers, keeping tabs on your timing in your like visually, mentally, or is that the kind of thing where you get on deck and it's the preparation where you're taking almost practice kind of timing swings on deck?
Yeah, I definitely say it's once I get on deck. I mean, throughout the game, you look at different stuff when it comes to the pitcher. Like if you're not in the game, you're not really concerned about your timing so much as kind of looking at what kind of stuff the guy has in case you do get in, kind of going in so you have that knowledge. It's more of like the mental aspect than the physical. So as soon as I grab the bat, that's when I kind of lock in on the physical aspect of the game and getting the timing down, seeing his stuff. And especially, I think this guy came in, maybe he was in the eighth, but I think they brought him in for the ninth, maybe just the ninth. So he's new. We don't really know his stuff. So Jackson was the one who hit the single before. So throughout Jackson's at bat, I just kind of worked on timing him up, seeing his stuff. And then I I mean, you always watch the guys warm ups too to see what he has. I mean, you see the different pitching motions. He flashes fastball, changeup, curveball. So kind of knowing what he has mentally going in for each pitcher, that's what I'd say. Like for timing, I guess I prepare for, but then physically, when you know you're going in, that's more of the lifting your hands up for my batting stance at least, and knowing when you're gonna have to swing and when to put the foot down, when to shift your weight, all that kind of different stuff plays in once you get on deck.
I'm going to roll this. I was curious when I was watching this. As a pinch hitter in this situation, the game's 9-0, so it's not close. Are you hunting fastballs? Are you looking based on what he's been throwing kind of, like you said, a couple innings to the batters before? Or is it 9-0, I'm looking for a fastball middle and I'm going to hit it hard?
Yeah, that was usually I like to take a fastball. Like you saw that pitch, I took a fastball. No matter where it is in the zone, although I don't know if I should be saying this for the scouting report, but I usually like to take a fastball, see when I'm new in the game. As it goes along, like I'll be more flexible in how I approach it. But I like to see a fastball, and then after that, I usually just attack whatever's there. When we have this big of a lead, 9-0, you're looking to do damage. You want to put more runs across the board. You want more insurance. So it's not so much having a good at bat at this stage. Like you're not worried about working the pitch or getting his pitch count up. Like it's 9-0. This guy's a pen guy. You don't have to worry about that. It's more finding a pitch that you can do damage with, whether it's a curveball hanging over the middle of the plate, fastball you get middle. I mean, I took one of the worst swings of my life actually in this at bat on a middle curve because I think I was sitting fastball actually. So I usually in this situation would sit on one pitch, which in this situation was fastball, and then try to do damage with that.
Okay, so it looks like he was trying to go soft in there. So now you're at 1-1, and for me, when I think of the 1-1 pitch, I think of it as the big swing pitch in the at bat. So I'm not sure. Do you think this is the pitch where you take the bad swing?
It might be. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
You were just out in front of that, and you kind of almost got fooled a little bit.
Yeah, because you're so set on throwing the hands that it's a fastball. Because I mean, that's kind of the pitch where I go. I know I'm good enough to hit with 2 strikes and fight off pitches. So that's a pitch where you kind of go all out, do or die. And you threw me a curveball. I thought it was going to be a fastball. So that's the one where I just kind of try to fight it off because I'm already going on that pitch. So you don't want to put a soft one in play, ruin your at bat, but you just want to kind of fight it off a little bit, I guess, or just take. I mean, but
it's the 1-1 count is unlike any other count in the respect that it's usually for the hitter. It's tough to be in a situation where you're not getting your hands going. Like in the 1-1, you're ready to attack. It's probably close to 50-50 that you see a fastball, so your hands are going to be going. And like when you said he throws you a pretty good off-speed pitch, it's tough to slow those hands. So it's almost like you just don't want to make a soft contact out in that situation.
Yeah,
like even if you swing and miss, like it's 1-2 now, and as you just said, you can hit with 2 strikes. So in that count, I mean, I guess I would just say like continue to just be ready to hit. Like because when you get those 1-1 fastballs, there's no reason to miss them.
Definitely.
So now you're 1-2. You told me that doesn't scare you. You're good enough to hit in any of those counts. Those comes back in. So he's clearly trying to get in on your hands. They don't want you to get your arms extended. Do you feel like you're at your best on balls over the plate to the outer half, or is this just the way the pitcher wanted to throw?
I mean, yeah. I mean, pretty much for every hitter, you get a ball over the plate, you're going to do more damage than if he's crowding you inside, painting you. So this count 1-2, I'm definitely not looking to do damage anymore, even though it's 9-0. You're looking to shorten it up, get a base hit, because 1-2, he could throw anything in the situation. So, I mean, kind of expecting not a great pitch because he's ahead of you. He's got a greater chance to win the at bat. So just trying to put something in play, fight it off. Like if that cuts the inside of the zone, I just try to fight that one off. Maybe try to shoot it, try to get it forward, try to shoot it back up the middle. But other than that, you're kind of just taking that 2-strike approach where you shorten up and try to put something in play.
So now you've got a 2-2. You're back to even, and I'm guessing you're looking again now. You're trying to get another one of his fastballs.
Yeah, definitely looking for fastball, but also wary of the curve. So you're trying to shoot that fastball right center, and if you get the curve, then on that front foot, you can stay on it long enough to shoot it to left.
And he left one over the plate, and you took a very good swing.
Yeah.
A very good swing. That was a fastball, probably belt high.
Yep. Oh, that was middle.
Was this your first college home run?
Yep.
So that must have felt real good.
Yeah, because we lost the last season, so it was my third at bat, I think. Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, let's go watch that back again. I just wish that I could have better camera angles, because this is such a good swing, and you can tell, of course, just because the ball is rocket off the bat, but like you're right on time, and you just got your barrel off that baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's easy puck. It doesn't even look like you swing very hard. It just looks like you are doing a very good job of getting your barrel to the ball.
Yeah, and I think he actually mixed up the speeds for that pitch too. That wasn't that was like a soft fastball, so I was able to get way out front of it and put it over the fence into the water. But yeah, that's a cool setting too.
Yeah, no, that is
got an unbelievable view.
I said that's a brick. I was like, that Coast Guard field looks pretty cool, and he said it played a lot worse than it looked. Like it played kind of shitty, he said.
Yeah, it played bad, but the view was nice. I know it was kind of like a bouncy ball out there, honestly, once everybody put the ball in play.
Yeah, he was saying that it was like bumpy. It was hard to kind of play out, but so that's a great swing. That's your first college home run and your first home run of the season. And now we got game 2 on Sunday against Wheaton. Before we get into this at bat, I wanted to ask you about the batting gloves. So I noticed that you have batting gloves. You go straight up with the bat. You got that Evo shield on your elbow, but nothing on the wrist, nothing on the hands. Has it always been that way, or how do you get comfortable with that?
Yeah. So I have I just go to Walgreens. I have this self-adhesive tape that I put on. I got blisters in 2 spots, one on this left ring finger and one on the left thumb. So I just put 2 small pieces of tape on each of those before every game. Doesn't interfere with the glove, and protects from the blisters. I just always loved the natural feel. Like batting gloves, I don't know why. It's just always been a feel thing. I've never liked them. I tried them out last year just because college you swing a lot more than high school, middle school, AAU, all that. So my hands are definitely getting destroyed last year, but then I just started using the tape. And it worked its magic, but I just love the natural feel. I've always hated the batting gloves. So, I mean, I'm always going to be like that too.
Are you like a dirt guy, a pine tar guy, or is it really just bat
Just grip and rip? Just grip and rip.
Grip and rip.
Have the bat and then the self-adhesive tape on the fingers. That's it.
Okay, so I think this is either like your 6th or 7th at bat of the weekend. You have no hits up to this point, so obviously not what necessarily you wanted going into the weekend. I mean, you definitely don't want to be 0 for 6, but you're in a big situation here. So that's baseball. Like the big situation is going to find you regardless of whether you're 5 for 6 or 0 for 6. Like you got to be ready for that next AB. And so you come up in this situation. What are some tips that you would give a younger athlete as for having a rough weekend or just not performing to how you want, but then for this at bat, stepping into the box, being ready to go, being locked in, and just wiping that away?
Yeah, I definitely say be confident in your swing. Be confident in what's gotten you to that point. I mean, I think I had, besides that game, I kind of had 2 bad groundouts in the early innings. That whole weekend, I was lining the ball over the field, just kind of had some bad luck hitting them right at him. Kid made an unbelievable play in center on one of them that took away extra bases.
Was that you hit that ball that Brody actually made that play on? That was like everyone in the press box was like, wow, that was That was the
Yeah,
best college play I've seen in person in a long time. Like
yeah,
we don't really understand how he got to that ball and made that catch. Like his head hit the fence when he made that
yeah.
catch.
I thought he was gonna break his neck. That
It
was
was thir-
I didn't think he had any chance of catching that.
the ball was 35 feet over his head.
Yeah, yeah, it was right at the fence too, on
Smoke.
a line too. It got there. It
Deep,
got there
deep
quick.
part of the park. Deep,
Yeah, yeah,
very deep.
yeah. He's an
So
unbelievable
you're
outfielder
not
though.
lying when you say you were hitting the ball well. Like it just wasn't falling for you.
Yep.
So here, this dude he's throwing well, but like you said, like you're confident, like you're ready to go. So that
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he called that a strike again. The score bugs for Division 3 unfortunately aren't great. They're not giving me much to work with, but I think it's a 0-1 count here,
Yeah.
and you're just in swing mode, like you're ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. And again, this is leading off the inning, so I think I missed one there. That was a good fastball. I think I tried to do some damage with it and I didn't get a hold of it. But again, with the leading off the inning, I like to see one first. And then that 0-1, if he leaves it over, I'm going to take a big swing. So I took a big swing there. Didn't get lucky with it. But then you just go into fight mode after that, try to get into a favorable count again. And if he keeps throwing strikes, just try to shorten up and get one, find some green somewhere.
So my question to you would be, in this situation as the leadoff hitter, when you get down in the count, are you looking to intentionally work a good at bat here? Or are you still in swing mode? Are you still in aggression mode? Does that ever change based on the situation, or does your approach stay pretty much the same at bat to at bat?
Yeah, I think it definitely changes. I mean, this guy's a pen guy. This isn't the starter guy. We're not really trying to run his pitch count up. He's definitely a middle setup guy. They're getting him out of there. But at the same time, you don't want to just, let up right away. So you're kind of in between where you're trying to fight off. You're staying all around the zone. You see a pitch, you fight it off. But at the same time, you want to take a little bit more risk, especially in a locked game. Running up his pitch count in the late innings isn't going to do much. So you're trying to do some damage at the same time because, and you got to take that risk. You can't just be in defense mode the entire time because defense mode is going to get you out 9 out of 10 times. So I was definitely looking to do some damage in this situation, take a risk, especially because my swing felt good that whole weekend, and I was confident that I could do something off this kid because this kid was, no disrespect, but his fastball was pretty flat. It wasn't great velocity. So this was a good opportunity to start off the inning, get somebody in scoring position for the other guys to move along.
Yeah, just for context, it's the game's tied in this at bat. It's 3-3. You guys are down in the series to Wheaton this weekend, 2-1, and this is a big at bat. I mean, losing 3 out of 4 compared to splitting with a team like
Tough,
Wheaton is huge. Not
brutal.
only for the standings, but for you guys. You guys, as a team, are fighting tooth and nail to try and get this to an even series.
Yeah,
So I just wanted to make sure that we get that context before we see that. Ooh, another good swing though.
yeah,
You're on
yeah.
it.
I mean, so yeah, oh yeah, definitely on him, but just not hitting it where I want to hit it.
Yeah.
But still
So
taking those big swings, staying in attack mode throughout that whole at bat.
and I like that you're still taking those A swings. So that's something that I think, especially at this stage in the game, and like you said, where this dude's not throwing necessarily anything that's gonna beat you, like making sure you take your A swing every
Yeah,
swing.
exactly.
Every
Yeah,
swing. That's super important. And although it's good to have like a 2 strike swing and everything, like taking your A swing is gonna lead to.
definitely.
Was that off the
That
plate?
was, that was off speed outside, I think.
That's a good take.
Yeah, I think it was a couple inches, especially this umpire kind of had a generous zone all weekend. So that might have been one I shouldn't have taken, but I did. They might have been set up a little outside, too.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, you're in swing mode here. You're in go mode. You're down in the count. I mean, that's a good take.
Yeah, I forget where that was. It was definitely a couple inches outside. There it is. So yeah, that was 1-2 again.
You hear that clapping? I was lit in the press box.
I heard that on the Instagram post. So
Those guys are equally as excited. Look at these guys.
everybody was pumped up.
That's a
We usually go for the arm, but everybody just started shoving me because they
yeah.
were
Everyone was just pushing you.
so hype. Yeah.
Let's watch. So that's just a great. You're just staying so on that fastball, and you let it get so deep. Like
Yeah.
you were talking about how this dude doesn't have velocity that can beat you, but you're still not trying to pull something into the
Yep.
gap or trying to get it out in front. Like you're still letting it get deep.
Yeah.
And I think that
I mean, that has to be the approach every time. I know I hit the one in Coast Guard to left field, but that's what I'm trying to do every single time. Take that fastball to right center, right field, when I'm down 2 strikes, and if he throws a curve, take it to left. But their coaching staff, I mean, I hit everything to right center the whole weekend pretty much too, because their coaching staff knows me pretty well from over the years recruiting. My AU program, like, always practiced at Wheaton, so all the coaches were pretty familiar with me. So they knew me as a pole guy, I think, especially in high school. I was a big pole guy, so they pitched me outside most of the weekend. So I was able to kind of sit outside as the weekend went along and got more comfortable with how they were attacking me. And that one was just kind of middle out, and just took it where it went.
there's going to be no holes in your approach, and there's going to be no holes in your swing if you can see fastballs that deep and let your fastballs get to the point where you can see them for that extra couple of milliseconds.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
if you're still a good natural pull hitter, covering that inside half, and then if they want to pitch you away, you can put the ball out to right center. I mean, that's dangerous. That's really dangerous. But you guys got 2 tomorrow against Emerson?
Yep. Yeah,
Tomorrow
2 against Emerson at Northborough.
I would imagine that you're going to get some plate appearances tomorrow.
I'm out with a sprained ankle. They didn't clear me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty upset about that. They said I should be good to go for Clark next week, and we have 4 against Clark next weekend.
you when did you hurt your ankle?
Monday.
In practice?
Nope, just stupid walking around in front of Coleman. Turned it the wrong way. Yeah,
You
I know.
hate that.
I hate it.
You hate
the
that.
worst. Yeah, and I've been taking BP. I felt like I was ready to go, but
yeah, just stay ready. I mean, yeah, just stay ready. Keep that mental approach ready, and your guys are going to be ready to welcome you back into the lineup because you guys are looking good, and you got some more home runs in the tank. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We need to pick it up with the bats. We're not getting it done right now, so hopefully that was a momentum shift right there, and we can start getting it going, heating it up, because we have all the talent in the world, and the potential is crazy. You see it in practice every day for us, but just hasn't shown in the games that much. But we'll be there. We'll be there starting tomorrow.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and talking to me, and you. I told the same thing to Ike, and then he hit a home run the next game. So if you hit another, you gotta come back and talk to me.
100%. 100%. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no, for sure. Stay healthy, stay ready, and I'll talk to you and see you soon, brother.
Definitely. I'll see you around, man.
Take care, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, so that's former Patriot League rival and current ally Mike Cook, great dude. And it's unfortunate to hear he's out with a sprained ankle because I was looking forward to seeing his at bats. He's getting locked in. Like he said, his batting average on balls in play is really low. He hit a couple balls super hard, didn't get rewarded for it. So wishing him all the best in his recovery. And I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation between Mike and I.